my name is Jasmine, aka Black Girl Absolute. Today we're going to be talking about some artistic New Year's resolutions. So yeah, let's jump right in. I'm really not a subscriber to New Year's resolutions. For a long time, New Year's resolutions just kind of seemed like, oh, this is a new year, and so now I'm giving myself the sort of motivation to do something I really don't want to do. But after the year that we've just had, I've kind of had a bit of a change of heart. We all deserve to look forward to something. I want to try to put energy into looking forward for some things that I'm hopeful to do. All of these resolutions are going to be resolutions concerning being an artist. So my first New Year's resolution is probably going to be very similar to the one that I had last year. A soft goal that I had this year was to finish a painting every month. So for me, paintings can take, depending on like how big the canvas is, how detailed it is, a month seems to be the average amount of time that it would take. I would finish a painting, take like a few weeks off, and then start a new painting, take a few weeks off. And like that's still, perfectly fine. This soft goal of kind of trying to think of what paintings I wanted to do was really helpful for me to get to a lot of these ideas that have been sitting in my notes for months, possibly years. I'll probably end up doing a video about just my list of painting ideas. There's so many paintings on there that I don't even know if I'm ever going to be able to get to. And that's kind of being an artist, you are never going to get through all of the ideas that you have. The second goal that I have is to try to find if there are any Black-owned art products that I could use. There was a video that I was going to do for Kwanzaa this year, for Ujima specifically, which is the fourth day of Kwanzaa, representing cooperative economics. I ended up scrapping that one just because I had the idea after I finished it that I should have done a video for all 7 days of Kwanzaa. Hey, New Year's resolution, I will just do a vlog series for all 7 days of Kwanzaa for 2021. Also, it'll be better because hopefully by that time we will be able to socialize with each other, and Kwanzaa is a very social holiday. Yeah, Kwanzaa this year has been weird for me. I was thinking in that video, it would be really nice if I had Black-owned art supplies to add into this list of just other Black-owned products that I really love and have been really useful for me over the course of this past year. And so I to date haven't heard of any Black-owned art products, especially acrylic painting products like acrylic paint, brushes, canvases even. I really haven't heard of any brands that specialize in that are Black-owned. I do know there is like a house paint that is owned by a Black woman. If I can figure out what that paint is, I will put it like somewhere on screen. If those products exist, they're not getting enough attention to the point where, someone like me who obsesses over these things doesn't know if that even exists. So whatever I can do to help give that some attention, I will try to do. My third New Year's resolution, it is very up in the air. This is actually something that I wanted to do in 2020. I want to participate in another residency. To date, I've only attended one artist residency, and that was Activation Residency in New York, in Woodridge. It was the most fun I've ever had. I feel like I'm constantly talking about it on my Instagram. I hold on to the feeling that I had there because I was just so at peace and just feeling so uplifted by the other people in attendance. And so that's something that I want to do again. And I always feel in community when I'm in spaces that are just full with other creatives. And so I just really want that experience again. I don't know if it's even possible this year. This may truly be a 2022 goal, but if I am able to safely attend another residency this year, I would be really ecstatic about it. Hopefully be able to update you all sometime this year about getting into a residency and the attending of that residency. So fingers crossed. Oh, that would be really good, especially after a whole year being inside my house. Being somewhere else would be really nice. My next New Year's resolution is probably one that I've been partially constantly working towards for the past couple of years, but I really need to focus on getting to it and actually taking it seriously this year, and that is turning all of this into an actual business. As I noted in my video about reviewing my first ever painting 9 years later, I have been doing this for now this year it's gonna be 10 years, and I'd spent so long during this journey really focusing on just getting comfortable with the label of being an artist and getting comfortable with showing people my art and just really getting myself out there. And I finally feel like I'm in a place where I feel confident about the label. Being able to dedicate a good part of my life to creating art and sharing that art with people is something that I would really love to do. I've already started making some steps towards that, thankfully. I'm gonna be getting a virtual business office that is in my local community. I'm gonna be revamping my website in order to make it more user-friendly, and I'm gonna be working on screen printing, which that's a video that I still have to put out with just me doing my first attempts at it. That goal thankfully would exist no matter how the year turns out. So if things are still kind of like this a year from now, which again, fingers crossed, I really hope that's not the case. But again, I am trying to keep my expectations low for things that I can't control. The last goal is kind of cheesy, but you know, I'm a little cheesy, so it's fine. But I would really like to continue growing this channel. I have been having a lot of fun for the past few months with working on this. I think I just hit, like, at the time of this recording, 90 subscribers, which for me is big. I know, like, in the course of like YouTube, like you could see like really big YouTubers, and like 90s for some people it's gonna be like peanuts, but for me, like, I'm really proud of that. Like, I'm so excited that like there are that many people out there, people that have never met me, people who have never seen me in person, are liking the things that I'm making and comfortable listening to me and want to listen to me and want to like see the things that I'm going through. Like, I was never like a popular kid ever, and so having anyone who would want to take the time out of their day to like just stop by and see what I'm doing, you know, I'm really honored and I'm really grateful for that. So those are my New Year's resolutions. I'm keeping my expectations low, but I am really looking forward to the lessons that I'm going to be learning this year, you know, good or bad. You know, that's just kind of a part of it. 2020 for me was a year of experimentation. A lot of creatives will talk about the ways that constraints can be really good for the creative process in ways and bad in other ways. And for me, I've definitely kind of had that mixture of like really good and really bad experiences that have come from this year in, you know, physical isolation. I won't say social isolation. Pandemic is definitely not over, but between last year and for the first few months, hopefully, again, fingers crossed, it seems like you have to be a lot more intentional about reaching out. But even so, I'm still looking forward to this new year, hoping that it would be just even a fraction better than the year that has preceded it. So I just want to thank you all. If you are returning from a previous video, or if you are a subscriber, you know, I just want to say thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you coming back and visiting me again. If you are a new subscriber, or if you are a new visitor, welcome. And I put out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday that are very art-centric, art-themed. If you have any ideas for videos that you want to see me do, just let me know again in the comments. I'm looking forward to spending a new year with you all, so thank you. As always, you are enough. I hope you take care and enjoy the rest of your holidays. Bye!